Okay, Aussie Kiwi hasn't done much yet either since we last looked at it, but you can see it's really respecting this zone, so, and it's respecting this moving average. Price is still staying below it, right at this 108 level. So actually about, yeah, just leave the 108 level here. So I am still looking to short this, but I don't know if I want to do it yet. I don't think so. I mean, you can see all these wicks. You can see price slowly like trending lower and lower with just a ton of wicks on top. But to me, I mean, I've been burnt by, not this pair, but I've been burnt by price action like this before, where you just think it's like rejecting everything, but it's barely moving down. So like, yes, it's rejecting, you know, rejected here, rejected here, rejected here, right? It's creating these levels. You got levels on levels here. You got a level there. You got a level here, but at the same time, like, it's not really moving down that much. If you think about how much time has passed from here to here, it's barely moved. So as far as that goes, like, I'm looking at this daily, and I mean, like, you could place a trade as long as your stops above these zones here. I would keep it even above this moving average just to be super good. And these candles are pretty weak, but they're not really, I mean, this hasn't broken below this one. You know, this low is not lower than this low. It hasn't broken below this area. You can see when price came down to this area, it got pulled back up quite a bit. So the bears and the bulls are really just fighting in this area here, and neither of them know what to do. What you could do is, you can see another zone being created here, and this is what I kind of like. So this area here, so if price breaks this area, I'm going to set an alert for the bottom of this zone. If price breaks this zone that it's recently created the last 3 days, then I'd probably consider shorting it. I don't know if I'm going to delete. I'll keep this zone too, but it would probably be something like this. I just want to see a little bit more bearish momentum first. I can see, like, yes, it was heavily rejecting this zone, but there's just not enough bearish momentum even coming out of this zone. Like, it pulls back, but then it comes back up, then comes back up a little bit. Like, there's not a ton of momentum out of this zone. So like, even though it doesn't want to break this zone, it doesn't really want to go out of it either overly. So to me, this is a safer bet, and we'll just wait a little bit longer, but let price break this low here, break this low, break through this zone a bit, and then maybe retest something like this, and then, you know, and then I'd be interested in shorting this for the month. It's got a long ways to go, but I mean, it can still do that. It's normal monthly range. So, and I think, like, once it breaks these areas of support, which is this one and then this main one here, I mean, it's smooth sailing all the way down to at least here, about the 105.60 level. But then I think it'll go even a little bit further. I mean, this is the full monthly range at 105.25, so about 275 pips. So yeah, I think it can do that, but I want to wait. I want to wait for price to break this zone here, come back, retest, and then enter a short position all the way down and just see how far it makes it. But until then, yeah, it's got to break this zone, because I just don't see enough. Right now it's almost just flat, so like, maybe it never breaks above this area, but if it never breaks below this area, that's also a trade I don't want to be in. I don't want to be in a consolidation phase where it's just moving sideways and my money's tied up and I'm incurring swap fees and all that. So there's no sense in being in one of those positions if you don't have to. So in order to prevent that, we just have to wait it out and let price break this zone here, let it retest, and then enter, and we'll be good to go for Aussie Kiwi. So